Tree diagrams. We multiply along the branches and add down the branches. Peter goes to archery club and shoots 2 arrows. His probability of hitting the target with an arrow is a third. Show all of the possible outcomes on a tree diagram. First of all, we draw the first arrow he shoots. He could get a hit or a miss. Then we put on the probabilities. The chance of a hit is a third. So the chance of a miss must be 2/3. Then we draw the second arrow he shoots. If he hit with the first one, with the second one he could get a hit or a miss again. The probabilities are the same. A third for a hit and 2/3 for a miss. If he missed with the first arrow, he could get a hit or a miss with the second arrow. And the probabilities are the same again. A third and 2/3. After he shot both arrows, he could have got a hit then a hit then a miss then a hit, or a miss then a miss. To work out the probabilities, we need to multiply along the branches. The chance of getting a hit then a hit is a third times a third, which equals a ninth. Remember, we multiply the tops by top. 1 times 1 is 1, and the bottom by the bottom. 3 times 3 is 9. The chance of a hit times a miss is a third times 2/3. A third times 2/3 is 2/9. The probability of a miss and a hit is 2/3 times a third, which is 2/9. And the probability of a miss times a miss is 2/3 times 2/3, which is 4/9. What's the probability Peter hits the target twice? Well, this is a hit times a hit, which is a ninth. What's the probability Peter misses a target twice? This is a miss and a miss. The probability is 4/9. What's the probability Peter hits the target once and misses once? This is a hit then a miss and a miss then a hit. That's 2/9 and 2/9. We need to add them together because we add down the branches. We add the tops and the bottom stays the same. 2/9 plus 2/9 is 4/9. What's the probability Peter hits the target at least once? Well, this is these three. A hit then a hit then a miss, and a miss then a hit. We need to add all these probabilities together. A ninth plus 2/9 plus 2/9. We add the tops up, that equals 5, and the 9 stays the same. I have 2 red counters and 3 blue counters in a bag. I take one out and replace it, then take another one out. Draw a tree diagram to show all the possible outcomes. Well, if I take a counter out, I could either get a red or a blue. There are 5 counters altogether and 2 red ones. So the chance of a red is 2 out of 5, and the chance of a blue is 3 out of 5. Now I've put the counter back in, so there are still 5 counters in there. If on the first counter I got a red, the second counter I could get a red or a blue again, and the probabilities are the same. It's 2 out of 5 for a red, 3 out of 5 for a blue. if I pulled out a blue for the first counter, for the second counter I could get a red or a blue again. And the probabilities are 2/5 for a red and 3/5 for a blue. After I pulled out two counters, I could have got a red then a red then a blue then a red, or a blue then a blue. To work out the probabilities, I need to multiply along the branches. The chance of a red and a red is 2/5 times 2/5. Multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. The chance of a red and a red is 4/25. The chance of a red and a blue is 2/5 times 3/5, which is 6/25. The chance for a blue then a red is 3/5 times 2/5, which again is 6/25. And the chance for a blue then a blue is 3/5 times 3/5, which is 9/25. What's the probability of pulling out two reds in a row? Well, this is red then red, and the probability of that is 4/25. What's the probability of pulling out two blues in a row? That's blue then blue, and the probability of that is 9/25. What's the probability of pulling out one blue and one red in any order? That's the two middle ones, red then blue and blue then red. The probability of both of them is 6/25. I need to add these together because I add down the branches. 6/25 plus 6/25. I add the tops and the bottom stays the same. What's the probability of pulling out at least one blue? That's those three. Red then blue, blue then red, and blue then blue. I add down the branches, so I have to add up 6/25 plus 6/25 plus 9/25, and that all equals 21/25. We multiply along the branches and add down the branches.